The index count starts at 0, so the first character of a string has an index of 0. For example, in the string hello world, H is at index 0. I will clarify, stay with me. E is at index 1, and so on. Each character of a string can be accessed by using bracket notation. You need to write the variable name followed by square brackets and add the index of the character between the brackets. Now, instead of printing text, print just the character at index 6. Okay, so index, it's more like location or position. Okay, location is probably more accurate. Location in a list. Okay, that's a bit better for index. It's like, where is it? Where am I finding what I'm looking for? It's like an index in a book. You'll go to the back, you'll go to the index, and that'll tell you exactly where a certain thing is. Then you can skip to that page. So what I find interesting is, in Python, string, I don't know if this is the same for other languages, I didn't really test it. In Python, in a string, each character here is indexed. So it's counting and keeping a note of each character in the string. Okay. And that basically makes the string into a list. It's a list holding multiple values. It's a list holding little bits of information. That's kind of how it sees itself in a way, which is pretty strange. I'm going to give you more info though, okay? So what it does is, it's allowing me, if I wanted to, I could go into every string that I create and pull out certain letters. So you could enter your name into a string. So I could say, yeah, give me your first name, and you say Dave, yeah? And then give me your surname, Smith. Now, if I wanted to, I could then make part of your name into your username. I could say, okay, the username which we offer you is the first two letters of your first name and the last two letters of your surname. And my code will go into your name that you've entered. It'll grab the first letter, grab the second letter, we'll go into your surname, grab the last letter and the one before it as well. Stick them together and maybe add a few characters on, and that'll make your username. So it's interesting. You know, it lets you go in and break down a string. Like this is all counted. These are all individual bits of information which are accessible. If we wanted to, we could access every little bit. So that's interesting. That's quite powerful. So anyway, this is telling me to print the character at index number 6. Now this list here, it starts at 0. So in Python, don't forget, the list counting starts at 0. This is common for coding languages, software development. The list will start at 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So although hello is a 5-letter word, when it's counted by Python, it only gets as far as the number 4, because the H at the start is 0. So in fact, let's just go off this little example here. So we're saying R is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Look, I forgot there, didn't I? See that? I forgot already. It's easily done. So don't forget that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is the space. 6, 7, 8. So R equals text 8. So my text variable, position number 8, equals R. That's correct. So we're going to go for number 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should get the W. That's in the 6th position. Don't forget the H, or the first item, is a 0. Alright. Okay. So now instead of printing text, print just the character at index 6. W. There you go. I find that very interesting again. Like, it's counting the values, or it's counting every bit of a string. That's a lot of information being held. Is it useful? Okay. You can also access string characters starting at the end. So like I was saying, we could take the last 2 characters if we wanted. At the end of a string, the last character has an index of -1. The second is -2, and so on. So that's interesting, isn't it? When you start going to the end of the list, that doesn't start at -0, starts at -1. But the start is 0. Now modify your existing print to call the last character in your string. So last character is -1. We should get the D. Pause. And there you go. Submit that code and continue.